Hmm. Ace. Loud. What? No. Cat has come very early. Out. Loud. Um.
August 4th,
2219.
Albion Earth.
Hmm. I'll see how long I can do this. Oh. Oh. Not doing great. Fuck. That was really avoidable. August 5th, 2219. Old Gaul City, Earth. Oh god, that was hard to see actually. Well, this is something I'm not expecting an audience for, but I just wanted to play it. Ooh. And this was so hard with a controller. On keyboard, it's way easier. I say, right before I die. Never bomb for revenge. Oh. Oh god, I didn't want 2 credits.
August 4th, 2219. I'll be on the Earth. Come back here. I'm back here. We're fighting. August 5th,
2219.
Old Gaul
Oh,
City.
city. Oh. Didn't see that. And how scary would it be if you're on a submarine and just lightning hits you? Like, underwater and everything. It's like, no, not today. This is difficult to see, but I think you can tell the laser power by the trail it leaves. Which is really not helpful. Like, really not helpful. This one at least gets pips. The other one's like, fuck you. I think the difference between them is that laser's better at consistent damage, while missile ship has, you know, damage.
August 4th,
Higher damage
2219,
output, like, overall.
Earth.
So it just depends on, like, where you like to play on this, where you like to play. Or it might be coverage. I don't really remember. Oh, that's definitely what it is. Joke's on you, I can't render stuff off screen, idiot.
August 5th, 2219, Old Gaul City.
That was weird. Man, future was so people were so optimistic. Look at how blue this water is. I think there's still gonna be. They thought there was still gonna be like life and stuff in 2219. Oh man. Now scientists are like, 2040 might. I don't know, guys. Might be it for us. And again, we're not really doing any estimates past 2040 yet, so. Don't ask. Fuck you. Ah. Ah. That's how I feel all the time.
August 4th, 2219, Albion D. Earth.
See, like, the lightning stays on the screen. And if you log on to new targets... What did I just do? I accidentally added credit. Yeah, if you lock onto additional targets while the lightning is active, it will pursue those targets. No one saw that. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. Don't think about looking at it. Okay? Just let it go. Alright. What is a shmup game without a persistent, high-pitched laser sound?
August 5th, 2219. Old
What
Gall
even? What is a shmup without a persistent, high-pitched laser sound? Hold on. Listen to the laser for a bit. Listen to the laser. All you'll hear now is the laser. Don't even hear the explosions, just the laser.
August 4th, 2219. Albion DU. Earth.
And I can't even get to the stage that was on the demo. Or the stage with the wild-ass music. Which is stage 3. I think. It goes a little something like... A little something like that. Follow? Please stop firing missiles at me, I hate it. They're slow moving and hard, easy to dodge. I still get hit by them. Which makes me look very bad.
August 5th, 2219. Old Gall City.
The fish sounds. Oh wait, come back. Fuck you. The second I take my finger off. Alright, that was my fault. I mean, they're all my fault, but like, that one was really my fault. Alright, calm down. I tried to death bomb. You cannot death bomb in this game. There are no bombs, there's a special attack. Good times.
August 4th, 2219. Albion DZ. Earth.
Enter battle zone at 3,000 feet. Drop to 500 feet. Low altitude. Code check.
August 5th, 2219, Old Gaul City, Earth.
Whoop. There it goes. Don't come back. Oh no, I moved into it. I missed.
August 4th, 2219, Albion DU, Earth.
Enter battle zone at 3,000 feet. Drop to 500 feet. Attack at low altitude. Go
Oh, there it goes. I know it says laser, but trust me, distinguish them. I distinguish the ships with like lightning and missile. I know what it's actually called. I just disagree.
August 5th, 2219, Old Gall City.
Sorry, Dad. I'm gonna play for like at least an hour before I get properly warmed up for any game.
August 4th, 2219, Albion DZ, Earth.
See, like, there's no trail here. I mentioned earlier how you could probably, you can tell by the trail it leaves, like, barely visible. Problem is how helpful that is on, like, whenever you're not moving. There's, like, no indicators, so it's just like, you know, I've picked up 3, maybe. Maybe it's just most easily identifiable for me that way. I never really stared at the laser before. Shut up. Shot is the laser. The other one has bullets. And missiles. He made a sick-ass soundtrack. %98 is okay.
August 5th, 2219, Old Gall City, Earth.
Gotta stop that. Maybe the missile one has higher damage because it's able to more consistently get out its, like, burst, whereas the laser one does more persistent damage. You know, like, whenever you target something with your maximum amount of, lock-ons, it gets, like... You know, it gets... I've done it a couple times. It gets, like, a special effect on it, I think. I don't know. I don't remember whether that means anything or not. I should dig up my manual, but I don't want to. The sound changed. Please die. Oh, fuck. That was easily dodgeable. I just, you know, panic easily. The shots may be easily dodgeable, but I'm also easily, startled.
August 4th, 2219. Albion DZ. Earth.
Enter battle zone at 3,000 feet. Drop to 500 feet. Until target is reached. Low altitude.
Alright. Not letting the other one out. Free money. Okay.
August 5th, 2219. Old Gaul City.
Was that sound? There it is. Had that little guitar whine at the end. I'm like, I was going to comment on that, but I'm like, maybe I just am misremembering? Oh, there it was. Alright. You hate to die with full bar. My plane's at least not making it where it's going. Oh.
August 4th, 2219. Albion
Stretch.
Earth.
Oh. The width of the laser also changes, I think. You did not see those tanks clip through the highway. Dude, those tanks are fucking huge. Hello? Those tanks are enormous. Maybe they're not. Maybe I just don't know how big a tank is. What else can I talk about? That's what's happening. I watched Higurashi, the 2020 release. All of last night. Instead of streaming. And, you know what? It was honestly not what I expected. It's alright. You know, as long as you can handle abuse and murder. There were a lot of interesting themes that happened, and I'm not sure whether or not those were intentional. I'd love to talk to the author about them, like, directly. But I'm sure that at this point it would be worthless to do so.
August 5th, 2219.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Like, I went in expecting just, like, total mayhem, and it was like, alright, no, there's actually, like, a plot here and everything. Now I kind of want to play Golden Fantasia. It's like, I kind of get what's going on now. Okay. Alright, I'm interested. I don't want to spoil anything for that. Now what? Like, new 20-year-old BN? Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. You know? I don't want to play through the VN myself. Because I tire of, like, text descriptions of torture very quickly, I've found. It's like, yes, we get it. The person is in pain. Shut the fuck up. There's a certain way it has to be done, and it's just not normally well written. Present tactics are not working. I keep trying to death bomb. You cannot death bomb. Press the button before you die. Probably end up marathoning a second part. Just
August 4th, 2219. Albion DZ. Earth.
been rewatching Kekkai's and Blood Blockade Battlefront a lot lately too. It's fun. It's a good time. I know absolutely nothing about the manga. I know that there is one. I haven't read it. Apparently, the King of Despair is not canon, so that's why I'm just like, I don't know. That makes that whole first part much less interesting. And apparently the manga is just not very far. At this point, like, I don't know, it may as well be an anime adaptation, original. I like Chain and Zap. Well, it was kind of whatever. And Abrams, Lucky Abrams is a tree. I love, like, every scene that he's in. Has really solid voice acting too. Really solid. 99%.
August 5th, 2219. Old Gaul.
I also like the I really like the idea of, like, well, it's like, I don't want to, like, call it urban fantasy. It's like urban fantasy. It's basically urban fantasy, you know? And it's nice to see people, like, play with the idea of worlds interact and, you know, not have it all be terrible. Just like, you know, sometimes in some places this happens and it sucks, and in other times, you know, these little fucking otherworld people and these financially oppressed people get together and they rap, and it's neat. It's like, yeah, that's how it is. That's more how it is. I really have problems seeing those bullets. I also have a lot of fun with, like, depraved characters in general. Alright. You know, and it's got like all this absurd animation. But it's fun. And it's also fun to watch people, like, they're always kind of going all out. No one's, there's posing and stuff and whatever, that doesn't happen in a real fight, but you know these people are always, like, on their A game, trying, well, not always on their A game, but, you know, they're always trying. You can, like, see it in what they do. It's like, oh no, I'll have to get serious now. No, none of that. It's just like right at the very beginning, I'm gonna fuck you up. You and me. Like, in the first episode, this one I'm willing to spoil, because it's this episode. No. Right, like, there's this demon, and, you know, Zap beats the shit out of it, and but it has the power to, like, instantly regenerate all of itself. So it like, explodes everywhere. In green goop, which is, you know, kind of satisfying in its own visceral way. And then it, like, starts to reform, and all of this is happening in, like, real slow motion. And he's like, hey, I didn't give you permission to underestimate me, piece of shit. And the second this thing reforms, he sends it, like, into a wall and sets it on fire. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna have a good time with this. Hey, you also know that someone like Klaus, like, never fucks around. You meet him very, very quickly, and it's obvious, you know, he may not be the brightest character. He's sharp, but he's not, like, crafty, you know? And he shows up and he's like, oh yeah, fuck the police. No.
August 5th, 2219, Old Gaul City.
And the first thing he does is, like, fill the screen with bullshit. That's his first attack. It's great. I think you should watch it. The second season is, like, kind of whatever. But it expands a lot on the relationship between, like, the other characters, you know? Which is weird to say because the second season's pretty canon. Like, it expands a lot on the other members of the organization and, like, their motivations and stuff. I really like Chain. Did I mention that before? I like Chain. I focus it all. We take fourth. Top 8. Top 8 in my own game.
August 4th, 2219, Albion DU, Earth.
Turning down battle zone at 3,000 feet. Taint's got a really interesting power. Like, werewolves in that setting do overall. Their ability is to, like, spoilers. I don't know how to indicate whenever there's not spoilers, but their ability is to, like, dilute their existence down to a very basic level, but if they do it too far, it will be like they never existed at all. So she's not like heavy combat, you know, against some of the... against what we learn later as like the main kind of enemies. Whatever, they're vampires. Like, she can't fight them. She's not useful in that regard. But she's, like, great at, you know, obviously if you're invisible and you can dilute your existence, you're very good at recon. Not entirely certain how werewolves are, though, in that universe. Like, I don't know if you're born as a werewolf, if that's something that comes from the other world, or if, like, what's going on, necessarily. I'm gonna stand right in your face and shoot. And you know, the way that I'm still talking about spoilers, the way that they have to fight the main enemies, which are vampires, we think. Vampires are at least the longest lived things, and they cause like the most trouble whenever they're bored. Being immortal does that to you. Yeah, so they're trained to use their trained or modified to use their blood in a particular way. It has to do with elements, except for Klaus, who is, I think, his elements either supposed to be like light or holy or brute force. I can't tell which one. Because it's all like cross-themed and stuff, but it is, you know, it's like overwhelming power, overwhelming technique. One of those things, it's one of those things that, you know, especially recently has gotten portrayed a whole lot. Like, what do you do in the face of absolute power? Cry. But at the same time, because vampires, you know, drink blood, and especially these seem to be able to do it like after they've killed people, and not only after they've killed people, but like they can like bring it into their mouths, which is a weird thing to say. You know, open your mouth, blood comes in. Can't explain that. I forgot what I was doing. I'm playing a video game. Oh, it exists there. One of these times I'll just continue the game. So, you know, they're walking this very fine line of using their blood and incorporating elemental things and whatnot into it to fight the vampires, which breaks them down. And apparently their blood's also modified to damage the vampires at a cellular level, whatever the fuck that means.
August 4th, 2219. Albion DZ. Earth.
But like the higher tier vampires just kind of regenerate instantly, so it doesn't affect. Like they can't drink the blood obviously, but like it doesn't cause them damage in the same way it would like a regular vampire or regular otherworlder. And it seems like the vampires are, like, aware of these people, but they just, like... And they can kill them. There's a... Daps mentor shows up at one point, and we find out he's some crazy hermit motherfucker. Who's constantly trying to train people in, like, the blood arts. We know that he's not the only one who uses them, because there are different kinds. There's, like, a lot of different kinds, but, and it's not entirely clear how they're developed. And you know what? That's fine. All of that, okay. Maybe it never has to be explained. Yeah, Zap's mentor is like some kind of monster, well, maybe human being. Who can, it's just like, who can manipulate, you know, 2 elements in his body. Which is just practically unheard of. Very long-lived. We're not, you know, not entirely certain whether he is human or not. He's either very busy for a human or very long-lived. And it's implied that, you know, it's implied that the organization's been, like, fighting vampires for a very, very long time. Vampires and other CD kind of monster shit. Which is why I say it's unknown whether he's like a human, because, you know, and when one of the episodes that's part of the exposition is just like, yeah, we've been fighting things like this for a long time. You probably picked up on that, and I was like, what? Yeah, sure. Man, I pay attention. Oh, wait. Damn. $16 maximum lock on. Fuck you. Shmup tip number 1: if there's a problem if you're having problems with the thing, don't. You can learn it, sure, but if you think you're going to die, just bomb. It won't help you later on. Like on final bosses and stuff, but like... Yeah, if you're having trouble with something, if you think you're about to die, just bomb. Doesn't matter what people say, play on whatever difficulty you want, play how you want. You can learn things after you've seen them.
August 4th, 2219.
What's I talking about? Libra vampires, yeah. Anyway, I don't know if bad. I don't know if Kick-Ass Undone will be continued enough in my lifetime for it to like for them to really complete the series. You know, it's a good time. A good time. I think it's well written. The action scenes are really well animated. You know, it's just like, yeah, this is good. I missed. No idea how damage is calculated in this game. I may not have missed entirely.
August 5th, 2219.
I think it's really fun whenever people have fun with their settings, you know? I am okay with absurd bullshit. It's like, oh, yep, that happened. Okay. You son of a... I thought that one was below me. I'll watch me some Kick-Ass Undone right now, during the stream. I think people are way too harsh on things. It starts off with the shooty attack. The shooty attack goes fast. You dig? Remember when all those anime YouTubers were really harsh on like, what, Kimono Friends? And then as the show progressed, they all had to shut their fucking mouths. That was great. I liked that a lot. I think that should happen more often. And I have not watched Kimono Friends. I have played Servo May Cry though. Which is a lot like Devil May Cry, but you know, with Servo. In fact, nothing like Devil May Cry. Let's... I forgot to use my Twitter. Let's be clear. You're allowed to criticize things. And like them. You're allowed to enjoy something and be like, yeah, I like things except for this part. It's okay. Which is the thing I think should happen more often. It's allowed to like things. It's okay. I know middle school was traumatic for everybody. I know elementary school is traumatic for everybody. You know? Like, life's hard. Life's not been easy for like several decades. Life wasn't easy then either, because you fucking died. Like that. Anyway, for more anime reviews, you should follow my, what's, my GeoCities. I don't think GeoCities, I don't think that's funny. GeoCities. Interesting. Place. You couldn't find anime YouTubers on there. Got him.
2219, Albion DU, Earth.
Enter battle zone at 3,000 feet.
The personal vendetta, don't worry. The personal vendetta is that I could have spent my life getting in on that early. Oh my god, then I could have... we could speedrun this, we can get caught in a scandal too. Use lots of gamer words, you know. Just like have... Weirdly, it seems like the indie game dev speedrun and the anime YouTuber speedrun, they have a lot in common. I don't get it. I'm sure there's not a connection. Sort of like how VTubers, pardon me, are becoming like more conservative in their opinions and stuff. It's just like I'm sure there's not a connection there. It's gotta be pure coincidence. Pure coincidence, like that death. Yeah, I figured that was a bad idea. Listen, sometimes you just have a bad run, it's okay.
August 5th, 2219, Old Gaul City.
I think that it's not a trend, not like a real trend. It's just like a company trend. You see it a lot with like English VTubers, except not all of them. There's a couple that particularly come to mind that are very outspoken. But I think they're independent. Like, not part of a company. Or under contract or anything. So it's like, And man, these people really have to, like, put up or shut up. Like, now. Oh, I just want my place to be an escape. No, fuck you. We escaped through everything, and now people are like, they're hacking apart education. They already hacked apart welfare. Full blown. Put up or shut up. I don't care about you. I don't care about your fan base. Speak out.
August 4th, 2219, Albion Earth.
Enter battle zone at 3,000 feet.
But what? We just gonna let them get away with this? We're just gonna let them get away with fucking turning America into like it's been a cesspool for a while, but like a bigger cesspool. There's no like human rights or education or shit like that. I'm like, no, fuck you. I haven't followed people over this. If you don't allow politics in your channel, just get out. If you don't allow politics in your comic, get out. Why am I telling you to get out if you don't do those things? Because not doing those things has had consequences. It's had very real consequences. So now, you either talk about them or you don't fucking... It's not like you can say, well, I voted, so I used the system. It's like, no, the system's obviously been broken. And therefore, I can do whatever I want. No. You gotta... You have to do things. Use your powers for good. They won't. They're cowards. Americans in general just don't do things. They're cowards. I won't speak up. You speak out or anything like that. I won't risk their position over something as trivial as other people's lives.
2219 Old Gall
Oof.
City.
Ah, I'm dead. Oh, well, recently this union thing failed. It's like, yeah, I bet it failed because they threatened the shit out of their workers. Not very subtly. That's just what happens in this country. I'm getting myself worked up. Not that that's a problem. I just can't do shmups and be worked up at the same time. You know, like things that would get a normal high school boy fired up. Ah, yes, the revolution, the collapse of the credit system. Oh, no, wait. We're talking about other things. Sorry. Before anyone says anything, I know that credit has existed for longer than this. I mean this credit system. This one in particular. I remember one time seeing a, like an article, like I was trying to find something and I ended up somewhere else. And they were like, you know, oh, sorry, liberals, but credit has existed for a long time. It's like, no shit, dumb fuck. You have really missed the forest for the trees on this one. Not credit, the credit system. I don't know how much clearer I can make this. Oh god. No, I just want to continue. This boss didn't used to be this hard.
August 5th,
I never noticed that before.
Earth.
See, I told you the music was crazy. They're like, freak out. Alright, I did not mean to do that. A fucking Gundam shows up? Like, no one knew. Ignore its head. Or the fact that the music cut out there. What was I talking about? Yeah, put up or shut up.
August 4th, 2219. I'll be on
Mostly I would like them to shut up. But if they're willing to put up, if they're willing to risk their, you know, careers over something as trivial as human life, then I guess I will put up with them. Human life and human rights are all of that, any of that. Attempted decommodification of human beings? I don't know. It won't. They're cowards. Really, it's hard to find a group of people that are actually more, like, concerned about speaking out than streamers. And I understand why. They're wrong, but I understand why. Right? Like, their whole livelihood hinges on a continued audience. Hinges on income. I think streamers should unionize, honestly. The only reason I remade my Twitter account was because, if I'm going to do any sponsored things, and I'm really considering it, considering we really need the money, I have to have a Twitter account because they want me to, like, retweet this shit, and, like, whatever. At the same time, I don't believe in having something and not using it. That would make me an active Twitter user again, and I fucking hate it. I hate Twitter. I hate social media. I hate what social media's become. I like the idea behind it. I just hate that we
August 5th,
monetized it.
2019. Old Gaul City.
But you'll it's really, really tough to find a group of people that are, like, more cowardly than streamers. Maybe, I don't know, American Catholics. But, like, you know, maybe there's probably some overlap there. God damn. Right, again, their livelihood depends on an audience. But shit, if they just said the shit in the first place and built their audience that way, they wouldn't have to worry. Like, I understand why they do it, they're just wrong. Oops. In the attempt to live my dream, I accidentally sold my fellow humans under the river. That's the phrase, right? Down the river, under the river, through the river, across the river, between the river. Damn. The streamers should unionize. And I was about to talk about why, because the sponsored thing, right? Can I pause? Oh, fucking goddamn. For some reason, companies think that the act of advertising should only be based on its success whenever it comes to like streamers and stuff. Like you're paid per person who completes the tutorial, or paid per person who clicks on the link or whatever. And you know what? That's wrong. Advertising is in itself a job. There should be base pay for this.
August 5th,
219, Hamiya Valley, Earth. Got right up in my face and shot. Right? Advertising is a job. Publicity's a job. There should be a basic amount of pay for this. For any streamer doing sponsored content, there should automatically, just flat out, you're going to receive this much if you do sponsored content. We will pay you to promote our ship, but not based on the amount of,
August 4th, 2219.
but not based on how much you succeed. Because that invites, like, fraud and stuff. Multiple user accounts and all that. We will just pay you a base amount. I don't know why people don't want basic pay. I don't know why people don't want to pay taxes. I don't know why people want universal basic income. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I do understand that they want things, but I also think that they want to live how they want, and I think one of those should take priority. And it might be the one that affects more people. Who fucking knows? Wild thoughts, I know. This is how your shit gets paid for. We've been complaining about it. We here in the United States have been complaining about states not having money since like the 1970s. Maybe earlier. Not having enough funding for things and whatnot since the 1970s, and just never did anything about it. Anytime states try and get more funding, it's just like, nah, it goes And then people end up misusing the funding. It goes to like the police and the military and like the textbooks of Congress of the people who are in those positions and not like actually the programs it needs to go to, and suddenly states don't have money again. That's wild. I don't know how it happens. Crazy. Maybe someone should look into this. There might be a correlation. There might be a correlation into like a lack of accountability and the corruption in America. Who knows? I don't. I just said. Movies called Live Free and Die Hard. You know, we here in America, we're just dying hard. We're just dying really hard. My mother is like a psychiatrist or not a psychiatrist, she's a therapist. And the amount of teens, especially like child and teen cases that have come up in more recent years is just like mind-blowing. And she doesn't want to work with children or teenagers. Which I guess is her decision. I guess. I don't agree with it, but like... if no one's really willing to work with children or teenagers, because it's like... there's a lot of children and teenagers that need psychiatric care. They're just not gonna get it. Because no one wants to work with children and teenagers. Health bars are were a blessing. We didn't know how good we had it whenever health bars were introduced.
August 4th, 2219. Albion DU. Earth.
Zone at 3,000 feet. Drop to 500 feet. Attack at low altitude. Go check it out.
I love the argument against, like, things like welfare, too. It's just like, oh, people will abuse it, or, you know, no one will work if they get a basic amount of income. Like, you really don't know how people work, do you? Fascinating. Did you get to make decisions? Like, I don't know how many times we're gonna have to prove that this, like, lower work rate crap improves, you know, makes people happier, and happier people are more productive and blah blah blah. I don't know how many times we're gonna have to prove this one. But it's happened. We've done there's been enough studies to have for it to have scientific credibility, as they say. People be happy.
August 5th, 2219, Old Gaul City.
And that doesn't mean letting them do whatever they want. Right? This is... It's just like, no, people will do things if they have... In fact, people will be more encouraged to do things if they have a basic level of support. I know that's a crazy thought, but like... Conceptualize this for a moment. People being whatever they want. Well, not whatever they want. Not like a serial killers, you know. Like, no matter where you're from, you have a chance. You have the opportunity to. That's crazy. Dead. So crazy, it killed me. The very thought of it killed me. You want to spend some of your life being a professional gamer or whatever, a content creator, that's fine. You have the or you have the time. You need to figure out whether or not that's something you want to do, something you're good at. You know, people could make music or art or, you know, be free to like dabble with theories and shit. Like, incredible. But no. But no, some people will be, yeah, some people will. And I'm waiting for a good argument. Most people will not. Some people will not. Will use this to not work. You're right. Some people will. Most will not. I don't know why this is hard. Hard because it doesn't make them money. I know why. I just don't know why. I know that, like a loop, we do this like every few hundred years. We're just like, oh, well. Shit, everyone has, all of this particular class of people has the money. And they're making all the decisions. That's bad. We don't like that. People want to make their own decisions, and so we have like big revolutions and stuff. Really, this is the like financial collapse that we're experiencing right now is in America has been coming for like at least, I'd say at least 40 years. Probably longer. And that's why I think people should speak out more. Thank you. Leave. It's just so agitating. I think I've said this before, but like the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, not because prophets are born poor, because people down at the bottom are the first to see see this shit collapse. The first ones to be like, oh, there's a structural fault there. Whoop. Don't tell me what to do. I will continue present tactics on my own. Missed it. Damn, imagine having decisions. Imagine being able to make decisions. Oof. Crazy. Oh, but the economy can fail. The economy can suck it. Economies fail sometimes. You have to be okay as a human with the idea that your shit's that's not gonna work sometimes. We can all agree that this was a failed experiment. We should all agree that this was a failed experiment. Move on. Be productive as a species. We won't. They're cowards. My anxiety is really high.
August 4th, 2219. Albion DZ. Earth.
My anxiety is like really high. So high, in fact, that I was looking for excuses to not stream. Then I caught myself looking for excuses to not stream, and I was like, well, I have to do something. And there you go. I like my streaming, this game in particular, these sorts of games, like, might really influence my situation. That's become painfully clear. It's not going to stop me from doing so, it's just like... just like, well, this is an unfortunate circumstance. Right, like my choices are either stream more or
August 5th, 2219, Old Gall City.
hope I can lie well enough in some of these interviews for someone to hire me for a position that they don't think I'm qualified for, but I really am. Let me tell you, I'm a bad liar. I think that one of the most telling signs of how badly people don't want to pay people to do the work they're qualified for is like how widely like job expansion bots are starting to cast their nets. They're just looking for people with barely relevant experience at this point. They're like credit card companies, you know. You may be qualified for war. I don't care. Fuck off. Okay, I blew up half the ship. I only have one little scarab left.
August 5th, 2219, Palmyra Valley, Earth.
Good shot. Oh. If you listen closely, there's like a, there is actually like, kind of like a fire humming ah sound during that. I'm not sure. Go down. August 4th, 2219. Third Fleet, Earth orbit. That's one of the downsides of the lightning. While it's really good for like score and constant damage, it's really bad because it has a travel it has a travel time. Missiles will just kind of reload. Lightning does not reload. Music's also kind of crazy. Like, it's really tough to hear over all of the explosions and stuff, but like,
Entering attack mode.
alright, there should be music here. It was a little like boo-doo. Boo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo. 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 Ow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Yeah. You know. I could do the whole song. You want me to do the whole song? I feel like space chargers are really hard to dodge.
August 6, 2219, Carthage Base, Sicilia Orbit.
Dodging bullets in level 2 can't be done. Dodging bullets in level 5, no problem. I don't even know why you were worried. I was worried. Oh, god damn it. Anxiety's really high. Last run. I have to do something else or take a break.
I'll be on the roof. Earth.
One of the two. No. I want the score. I don't know why suddenly that became hard. I do. The missiles just kind of reload. Whereas lightning will not recharge as long as it's on the screen.
August 5th, 2219. Old Gaul City.
I got really quiet. Just a lot of stuff I had to talk about. There's a lot of stuff I still want to talk about.
August 5th, 2219, Palmyra Valley, Earth.
Okay. One more. One more life. Just one more life. Dude, did you hear it?
August 5th, 2219, Third Fleet, Earth orbit.
I lied.
Gray flight, come in.
SHMUPs are fun. You should try them. Even if they look overwhelming, they are. They can be fun. You know. Fire on the screen, stuff blows up. You blow up. Everyone has a good time. Wish it were easier to find this game. I wish a lot of things. I wish more arcades had like ported shit. I wish more developers have been willing to port shit.
Entering attack mode.
Thanks for watching. I'm gonna take a break. Should have take care of yourself. You remember? Drink water. And other fluids. Or other fluids. Hopefully, things containing water. And, you know. Take your meds as appropriate, and, band with your friends. And with your neighbors. Speak up, speak out. I will, be back once this headache goes away, I guess. Or if I sleep. One of the two. I don't know which one's going to happen first. It's one of the exciting parts of life.